So back to the point. Basically, Uber allows me to be flexible with my schedule. Have the days where they got therapies, and even bring them with me when I can't have them be somewhere else. You know, and being homeless, like we don't have a place that I could leave them at. We even know back in apparently the 80s and 90s, parents just used to leave their kids home, and that was okay. If I did that with my kids, I would come home to one of them with a finger stuck in a light socket fried, and the other one would have probably, I don't know, drowned himself in the sink. Something ridiculous like that. And no, it's not funny. But it's funny at the same time.
Daddy.
And but I don't leave my kids unattended like that. So Uber allowed me to work and take care of my kids and be with my kids at the same time. During this whole thing, one of the programs said they would match me on $1,500. That's why I made that GoFundMe, which it raised $1,500. But then they ghosted. They disappeared. And when she finally calls back, when there was like no money left, because my car was breaking down so goddamn much that I had to keep repairing the fucking thing. And now, guaranteeably has a blown head gasket. Guaranteed. Because I saw the froth in the coolant yesterday when it overheated, and I had to repair it and burp the system. The froth came out of it. And I was like, okay, that's guaranteed blown head gasket. This car's fucked. Literally. Like, it's only a matter of time. It can just seize up or stop working. Like, it just went one bar above heating, and we were just sitting still. Yeah, this car, it's done. It's done. I should actually check it for a coolant leak. Hold on. So there's no coolant. What happens is basically the car starts getting so hot that it springs a leak, and coolant starts coming out. But now that I know that the blown head gasket is there, I'm already on borrowed time. You know, it's only gonna last so long. I'm not. I have no idea how I'm gonna keep this family together in this adventure, because really, what it comes down to is that we're homeless. You know, and I was basically living out at a place that I was paying to park, and we would sleep. And it's a legit place. A lot of people do it there. Some other families. Um, but I was maintaining, and I was supposed to get that $1,500 match up so I could get into a place, but then they didn't come back. So then the car started breaking down constantly, and I had to start pouring money into that. Well, what else was I supposed to do? I didn't think they were ever coming back. And when she finally called back, she's like, "Oh, well, the company closed down for 2 weeks. We do that for a vacation thing, and then I took an extra time for vacation and was out of the country, and there was a no-fly zone thing, so I had to stay longer and blah blah blah." Okay, but if you would have answered back or given my case to somebody while you were gone, we would have had a place, and home health aides already would have been taking place and helping them, and I would already been working, and the whole situation would have changed. But that didn't happen. So now it's more of a waiting game. Today's Monday. I'm supposed to be meeting with her tomorrow at 9 a.m. I believe at the Dunkin' Donuts with her CEO, and I was going to talk to them about possibly getting more funds from the program, which they pretty much already told me is not going to happen. But it doesn't hurt to try. And then I was supposed to be driving to Miami after that to go see a place. I don't want to say the name of it because I don't want everybody else to jump on it right now because I need it so much, which I'm probably not going to be able to even apply for it now. But they just have to see that I'm low income, and I was like, "Look, I'm homeless. This is my situation." They're like, "Okay, you qualify. Like, just come down and fill out the application." And I was like, "Okay." But now without transportation, because I have to take my kids to therapy later today, so most likely the car is going to break down doing that, which wouldn't be the first time going to or from therapy doing it. So I'm already on borrowed time with the car. You know, the only solution that the state ever really came up with through all this, because they assessed that we don't deserve cash assistance. They assessed that we don't deserve Section 8 housing vouchers because we don't have an open court case. Yeah. Which is crazy because when their mom was saying that she didn't want them, they were offering her everything under the sun. And that used to really get under my skin, which it still kind of does to an extent, because somebody that doesn't want to be part of their family, you will help them, but you won't help somebody that's struggling to maintain their family, that hit a rut, that asked for your help before it even got this bad. Like, before I even lost my apartment, I talked to the right people. They just assessed that I wasn't worth the help. Oh, also, apparently, if I would have had some kind of mental issue, they would have helped. Yeah. So, what the fuck? I have to be crazy for you to help me? But then, see, that's the whole thing about it. But then, if you're one of those things, addict or crazy or have some kind of mental issue, then they use it against you. Then use it like a leverage thing. A lot of those people, they take their kids, especially if they mess up or anything, or if they get as low as they let us get. But in our case, it's a little different. They let us get here. I also threatened them with mistreatment and a lawyer because they started talking about snagging the kids, which they didn't. Another thing is, so basically, the only real solution they came up with was putting the kids in foster care. And then when I brought that up later, like, oh, that was your only solution, they're like, oh, we never even said that. I had a handwritten letter. Handwritten. With the name ARC and a couple other things on it. The judge's assistant also gave me some things for possibilities, but that was like a warped solution version of what I asked as a last resort. Because I would never ask to give my kids away. I said if they were going to try to force that, then I'd be willing to consider it if there was a foster family that we could meet ahead of time and I knew they'd be a good fit and that the boys got to stay together and that I would still be able to be in the boys' lives on a daily basis. That was the only way that I would be willing to hand my kids over. But now, if I'm about to lose my transportation and I doubt the program's going to do anything extra to help with that. So I'm kind of between a rock and a hard place because I'm not going to drag these kids into like a homelessness without transportation. How am I getting them to school, into their therapies? How am I going to make more money doing Uber? What's sad is if I didn't have the kids, I already know what I'm going to do. I know what solutions I need to do. I know how I'm going to go about getting some money fast. But the only issue is I don't want to do that. I love my kids. I love our family. In fact, I've held it together so I didn't have to do that. You know, they gave me that easy out a long time ago. And people kept saying to me, even that reference guy that was like referenced to me, like, oh, most people just give up by now. Not most people. And the only reason I'm even considering it now is because if I can't get the kids what they need by taking them where they need to go, I'm going to have to consider something more drastic. Am I doing that yet? No. But I need to consider it. Because they can't be without. But those programs, if those programs and foster things are as crooked as the people that I've worked with so far through the state, then my kids won't really be safe there. They got pee-pee touchers in those places and other types of abuse. I don't want my kids around that. They've experienced enough detriment. You know, Mickey don't know. He was so young when the family separated. The bigger part of the family separated.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
He doesn't remember none of that. He just remembers me and his brother. We are his family.
Oh shit!
Chris remembers further back. Chris went through a lot. At one point, this is how messed up the state is. At one point, the state removed the kids illegally, which I used against them later on, by the way. That can be a whole video in itself. They removed my kids illegally. This is a long time ago. This is before Mickey was ever born, and back when Chris was like Mickey's age. Chris is 14 now. And they were removed from me and the mother's custody and given to the mother's mother and family in a different state. Why? Because they lied and said to their state that the kids were residents of that state. Now the question you gotta ask yourself, were the kids residents of that state? Nope. Nope. It took a year in family court and the beautiful Judge Birkin. Thank you. Because the original judge that made the decision that let the other state take the kids from here, I can't remember his name, Lopan maybe? That judge, he stepped down. I was up there with a whole handful of papers ready to get that guy. And he stepped down off the case. As soon as it opened up, he's like, I stepped down from the case. Because he knew he gave the kids away illegally. He fucked up. But Chris spent a year in that other state, away from his family. His sister was also there, but his sister's non-autistic. And she would tell us that he would be locked in the room. The dogs were attacking him and biting him. He's still afraid of dogs to this day. Even little ones and other animals too. And they locked him in that damn room. And my daughter, she would send us pictures or show us on the phone when we did video chats with her. She would show us the photos of his bite marks and his bruises and all this other stuff. And we reported it. Nobody did a damn thing. That's how the state works. And it took them a year to figure out that they didn't belong with custody. Why? And it's not even it took that long for them to figure it out. They knew. I had to file something in particular to actually get the kids brought back. And I took over the case towards the end because we had hired some lawyers and everything, and they didn't do shit but take money. And by the end of it, I was like, okay, I'm just going to start doing this myself. I did as much research as I could, filed what I needed to, momentum started. Things actually got happening. And then, again, Judge Birkin, big ups, because I was the only one that you didn't yell at in that courtroom. And DCF, you yelled their ass right out of the courtroom. And I still love you for that. I just want to say that. And I also remember the time when you saw me struggling, not knowing which direction to go in or what to file, and you told me what to file. And after I filed that paperwork, the next court date, we got the kids back. Lickety split. That man went on to be a judge in the Supreme Court. I love that man. I really do. I should have wrote him a letter about what happened with all this crap. But I did not. Not yet. So after that happened, kids came back. Everything was okay. Chris was... I'm being honest, Chris was never the boy that left again. He was different entirely. From the day he got back until still now. Even though he's still my son, and he's become a different kid from when the family broke up anyway. But he doesn't need any more turmoil in his life from the system. And that's another reason why I try so hard to keep him out of it. Because people are under this impression that these places are for the kids, but they're not. They're not at all. They never really have been. It's a cash cow. That's all it is. They get money for transferring kids around, and that's another thing. They mentioned that a while back on the news, and the president was going after certain people about that stuff. Is that still happening? I don't know. I do know there's plenty of kids that are going through stuff that they shouldn't have to go through. I haven't thought about Chris and what he went through about all that in a long time. I gotta pause this real quick. You know, Chris also had a aide at one point in school. I remember when Chris was coming home, I kept calling the school and reporting like, hey, he's got bruises and he's acting like flinchy, like he got hit and this and that. No, Chris had a great day. It was later reported on the news that one of those aides in the class was abusive, not just to my son, but to others. And then the school protected them through the teachers union or whatever the fuck that thing was. And they didn't remove the woman or fire her. They just put her in a different part of the school with different kids. Hopefully those kids didn't have to go through the same things, because when things like that happen, people like that should be removed. 100%. And I had to find out through the news that I was right all that time. These places are not for the children. That school that I'm talking about isn't the school they're in now, Pasadena Lakes Elementary School. That's what it was called. Now they're in Cooper City Elementary and Pioneer Middle School. But at Pioneer, I have to fight with that woman all the time. We are not on the same page, and she does not care about the kids like she should. And they don't understand how much I've already had to go through with protecting my son. Maybe if they understood that, they'd know why I go so hard on it with them. I don't play. Not when it comes to my kids. Mary fucking Poppins and Sylvester Stallone rolled into one when it comes to my babies. So even having to consider this whole foster care thing's obviously got me in my feelings.
Daddy.
I don't know what else to do at this point. Yes. You can drink that here. It's warm. You want the Coke? It's warm. You can have it, but it's warm. Hold on 1 second. There. It's a little warm, but it's fine. See, look, it's still bubbly. It's just warm a little bit. Let's see. He's gonna say, "Ew, this is so old." That's what he always says. He says that even if it's just not cold anymore, a little bit. What is that, a baby bottle? This guy. I guess it's okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go to my neck.
I never thought that having, I remember the state was like, oh, thank you so much for taking them on. I was like, you don't have to thank me, I'm their dad. And they're like, oh, do you need help with stuff? And I was like, no, but if I do, I'll ask. And I did ask. And I wasn't offered the same kind of stuff that they usually offer. That stuff pisses me off. It's made me bitter towards them for sure. Like, ugh, disgusting. Ugh. The woman that disappeared and didn't understand why I was upset that I had the money that they said they would match on, and then she was gone when we needed her. And that could have changed the situation. She tried to tell me that she understands my situation. That was a big fucking mistake. Big fucking mistake. So I let her have it. I don't like... And she tried to tell me she was trying to empathize. No. She was telling me she understood. Understanding and empathizing are two different things. First off. And second off, don't even try to empathize because you know you fucked up. If you cared about these goddamn kids at all and didn't treat them like they were just a means to an end to get your paycheck, it would show. But you're driving around in your little expensive cars with your expensive clothes, going on vacations, while these kids are sleeping, not in a home. And I gotta be careful of what I say and how I say it too, because they'll be like, "Oh, mistreatment for the kids, abuse." But they know, 100% they know. That's another thing. You know, somebody was telling me, I said, don't talk to DCF, don't do this, No. DCF don't want to touch me with a 10-foot pole, man. They know I'll sue their fucking ass, and I have a lawyer ready to do it as long as they get 50% compensated of whatever's made. Ready to file it against individuals and the program itself for mistreatment. The second that they try to step in with some bullshit, because I already asked them for help a long time ago before this was an issue, and they didn't help. And they had the power to, but they assessed as well, just like ChildNet did, that we weren't worth the assistance. The place I'm at now, they told me I could use their address, so now I can actually get the EBT sent, because that was the issue. By the time they granted the EBT, I didn't have an address anymore. And a PO address, that's like $60 a month. I'm barely making bills meet as it is. This was only supposed to be a short-time temporary situation, and then the state was supposed to help and get us the hell out of it. It didn't happen like that. So now it's coming down to the point where I might actually need to put them in foster care, and I don't want to. But I'm not going to drag them into a situation that's worse for them in reality. This is not a decision I want to make, or any that a parent should have to make, or any a parent should have to face, especially when I let them know. And I keep saying like, oh, I told them like a year ago. I've been saying that for a long time. It's been a year and a half to 2 years that I started warning them. As soon as my pay started getting a little bit cut down, I started reaching out. I'm waiting on SSI to tell me if they granted it for my son Chris. And they won't, and as far as what I was told, they won't give me an appointment for Mickey until that's determined. SSI, that could have saved us too, if we would have got it back when I first needed it. But they have to deny you. It's like their thing. I don't care, man. Bro, you already have people living off the government because of like court situations and being addicts and mental issues and this and that. Whatever happened to helping people? Just regular people that hit a financial rut and told you, if this keeps going, it's going to be bad. Oh, no, we're going to help out. It'll be fine. Nope. You wouldn't believe how many programs I tried. I heard about a new one yesterday, but they're not open until tomorrow. And I can't say that the situation wasn't beneficial in a lot of ways, because boy, did I learn how to survive on less. And not only that, is the resilience it kind of gave me through everything, and the healing it gave me too. So I can't say that it was all horrible, and it wasn't really all that horrible. You know, we were always fed, always had a warm place to sleep. For a little bit, we were in hotels there. One of the hotels even had a pool. in the pool because it was green shit all on the walls and floating in the pool. Kids hated me for it, but I wasn't gonna let my kids go in there and end up getting brain-eating amoebas. That stuff was gross. I saw a kid and their family in it. Literally by the next evening, and I saw that family, they were all sick. Like everyone else. I was like, it's that fucking pool. But I had the GoFundMe, and people already helped raise that $1,500. So I can't keep. I mean, there's more left on it, and people could just donate to it anyway. But I don't know, man. I already told people I'm gonna put this towards the apartment. And the last time before that, I told them I was gonna put it towards or the apartment, and then the second time was getting a new place. And both times got thwarted. First time it didn't make nearly enough that I could save the apartment, and on the second one, my car just kept dying on me. Like the car's been off, and it's still at optimal engine temperature. That engine is like boiling. I got to ride around with the heater on, with the windows open on a constant basis. It's been like that for like months. Yeah. So we've never had to be cold, that's for sure. I always made sure they ate during Christmas time. The schools donated some extra stuff, like they gave me, for myself, $100 Visa gift card. $100 Visa gift card. Except for some batteries for the fan that we use in the car. A little H2O Cool fan. Besides some batteries for that, I spent it on the boys for Christmas. Fuck that. That was for me, And they gave us some food gift cards. I might still have that Olive Garden one in the glove compartment, but that was only for like $15, so I'm not. That's like a snack. We'd get like a single meal and split it, use it for a snack. There was another one that was a Chili's gift card. It was $25. I called them up and was like, "How can I get a lot?" And they had some special going on where it was like you get a whole bunch of tenders, a whole bunch of fries, and that's perfect because Mickey only eat tenders and fries really from like fast food places. He don't eat burgers and stuff like that. So we got that. I got it to go. Went outside. We had it right on the hood of the car, and we had sodas that were cold from the dollar store. Had a great time. We get pizza at least once a week, and we usually do it dining outside, and we'll eat it on the hood or on the trunk of the car. Or we can eat at the place too that I parked because they have a cafeteria. I wasn't using the cafeteria at first because I didn't even know I was allowed to. And then someone complained like, "Oh, you're gonna make the kids cold eating out here," and it wasn't even like one of those cold days. And I was like, "Wait." I didn't even hear their bitching, and I completely just heard like, "Oh, I can use the cafeteria." So now I use the cafeteria. This morning we had breakfast there. Each had a big ass bowl of Frosted Flakes. Had second helpings. Keep the Frosted Flakes in the car, and then I had milk at the place in the little store there that's next to the cafeteria. Bought milk. Went over and sat. I have my own bowls in the trunk. I got spoons from the little cafeteria and napkins. We all had a nice ass breakfast, and it's always like that, Or sometimes if I'm on the go and I got to run out and do some errands early, I'll run out and I'll stop by a dollar store, grab a box of Pop-Tarts, let them tear them up like a couple of raptors when they feed that cow in, and the kids never go without. And in fact, I've somehow continued to even spoil them during this time. By the way, I want to give a couple of shout outs to some of the people that work at Cali Coffee, Cooper City. MJ and Connor, and please don't kill me. The red haired girl, I can't remember your name, but you guys are awesome. You really are. And thanks for all you've done. Also, I never, I never took advantage of it because I felt like it was taking advantage. But cooking with Reese, one of the chefs there, I did an Uber pickup, and he asked what was going on with us. And I kind of told him. And he was like, "And if you guys ever need food, come here." And we never went without food. Honestly, if it ever I didn't really want to take advantage because he gave me a tip that day, and so did his brother after I delivered the food, and they gave me a tip on the app. But they Cooking with Reese, I believe is what they're called, and I thought it was the main chef, but I don't think it was. It's the dude with dreads that does the cooking, and his brother had dreads too. I delivered the food to. They said it was like for some catering thing that they were doing or something. But awesome guy, awesome, completely awesome, super nice. So I never took advantage of that, although I should have. That food I delivered, because he opened up the little pans and he like checked the food, and one of them was like shellfish, and the other ones were like it looked like noodles and rice and meat. Oh, so good. I was in a program when I was younger for growing weed. So they stuck me in a live-in rehab, and the best part about that place was they had these little older Jamaican ladies that were the cooks. Oh, some of the best food I've ever eaten in my life. Jamaican food and Spanish food are like top tier. that's where it's at. Especially me growing up in a white suburban family where like literally like I didn't know that was a thing until I was older, where they're like, oh, white people don't use seasoning. No, a lot of them don't. There was salt and pepper on the table you could use, but that stuff came out with like no flavor. And they were like, oh no, that ruins it. Like my parents used to get like insulted, like they'd literally yell, like you didn't want to use the salt or pepper or the butter because they would get mad. They'd be like, oh, you're changing the flavor. Oh, thanks for the compliment. Chill out, man. I just want to eat something that tastes good. But yeah, man, I've always been more of a seasoned kind of guy. I always love this stuff. Whenever I would go to my friends' houses that were Spanish and stuff. Oh, one time, a kid I used to chill with, Nelson, when I was a kid, his family one time went out to eat, and they invited me, and it was like, I believe, La Carreta. Oh, so good. That's when I knew when I was a kid. I was like, oh, Spanish food is so good. And when I got older, I learned that food trucks, the Spanish ones, like when you see the ones, because a lot of people like those food trucks that just have like the random Twinkies and bullshit on them. I like the Spanish trucks that are like ran by people that barely speak English, because that means that food is just good. So, but our little family, I'm gonna try to come up with some solution to keep us together. But if I'm looking at the reality of it, without transportation, I don't know what to do. And if I wasn't taking them to and from school or their therapies, they would use that against me anyway. 100%. And I doubt the state's going to jump in soon enough to make any kind of difference or anything like that. Unless somebody drops like 10K in my fucking GoFundMe. I'm looking at some decisions I don't want to make. Some decisions I shouldn't have to make. Some decisions that my kids, with their autism, that they won't understand. They're hearing me talk right now. Mickey's right there next to me, and Chris is right behind me. They don't know really what I'm saying. As far as they're concerned, we just don't have an apartment anymore, But they're doing good. I remember the first night that we slept at the place that we're still sleeping now. I remember Chris, because there's a lot of trucks and bikes and stuff like that around the area. And they're loud later on in the night. And I remember that first night he was like, "Daddy, I scared." I was like, "It's okay." And he kind of held on to me, and like I held on to him. And by the next day, I was like, "Are you scared? Are you okay? How is it?" He's like, "Happy. I happy." And he was never scared about it again. Never bothered. He was fine. It was just something new to him. You know, he didn't understand what was going on, but he understood that he was still safe. Besides each other, being brothers, I'm their only constant in life. And I can't say that there's not a part of me that's not going to feel like shit taking that away from them. But
Daddy, I'm Alex.
it's sad to say, I'll build back up really fast without them. But it's probably going to be hell getting them back because of the way the state is. Because they're messed up. Chris, stop doing that. And
Oh shit! Oh shit! That's it!
did you say bad word? You want me to take phone?
No. Look.
And
That's a working.
I already know. You know, I think I said it in a different video. There was a girl I knew, and she had a drug habit. It was one of the bad ones. You know, like heroin.
What was that? Baby cow?
And opioids. I think
Why is it
opiates,
going
whatever they're
there?
called. She kicked it. And she went back to go get her kid, her daughter, and they adopted her out. They didn't even tell her.
No.
That's probably exactly what they'll try to do with the boys.
A
And they'll
baby
probably separate
cow.
them. Guaranteed.
Oh.
Because especially because of their difference in age, they're not going to be able to be on. I don't know what they call it. If it's like when I was in juvie, if they call it mods or what they call it, but I doubt they'll be able to be on the same block or whatever it's called. I try to tell the programs too. I'm going to be contacting that channel, Soft White Underbelly,
Look at it.
because besides this little story thing that I have to tell, I could talk on that thing for like 10 hours and not have told everything.
I drunk.
I'm also going to start contacting the news stations because the way this whole thing went down, it's really screwed up. I'm not only going to do it to spread awareness, but I'm also going to do it for documentation and to also help the lawsuit that I'm going to bring against these people. Yeah, I really am. Pretty much no matter how this went down, I was going to.
I saved the water there.
But the lawyer did say that if they did something that was more detrimental to them by trying to mistreat me. But then I started yelling, "Oh, mistreatment, I got a lawyer." And then they backed up. They were gone real quick. They didn't contact me no more. Chris closed the door. 3, 2. The door's not closed. Open it and close it now. His child locks on, so sometimes he'll like try to put the window down to open the door to show me that he's getting antsy. He wants me to like do something. But I needed to sit down, get this off my chest, and think a little bit, to be honest with you. Give me this tablet. Look, now it's charging. So you just messed this thing up. But it's not going to charge if it's not sitting the right way. He runs that thing into the ground anyway. The thing will be on 1% sometimes, like all day, and just hook to a charger so he can have like playtime. I tell him to let it charge.
Wait, no. Do you see that? Did you show me?
He doesn't understand.
You show me your arrow, Daddy.
Is this still charging?
Yeah.
Okay, that one's charging good. That's already 40%.
Daddy, take the charger out.
No. Leave charger on. Definitely leave charger on.
What?
Leave charger on. But yeah, it's... You know, but for this whole time, it was kind of exciting, to be honest. I got to wake up and be their hero every day. And that felt really good. You know, make sure that we had everything we needed food-wise. Basically living off the earnings of that day from Uber. You know, and I made sure that they had everything they needed. And it felt really good making sure I was still providing that and living like almost like oldie times. Like it almost felt like, you know, foraging for the stuff that we needed that day. You know, just in a different way. Are you stop biting your finger. You're biting his nails. And he pulls back the cuticles. But then he's like, ow, why is this hurt? Like, because you just pulled all your skin off, man. Don't, ew. Don't raspberry my ear.
Hey, what the hell? It's disgusting.
I also have comedy entertainment.
So ugly.
You know, you're ugly. Mickey does that too. Every time you tell him no, he's like, "Oh, I'm so stupid." He does that in public sometimes too. People look like, "Oh my god, that guy must be calling him stupid." No, that's not the case. Mickey just knows how to make you feel bad to get what he wants. That kid is too smart for his own good. Stop pushing him down on my head, you weirdo. And Chris, he's got some habits that are awesome because, like he likes to look at Febreze, and I'm like, oh hell yeah, we can use that and freshen up the car and freshen up some of the storage unit. And you see, he's got two of them back here. He's got the watermelon and the Gain. He also likes to collect those little, especially those little mini laundry washing detergent things. And that works for me because I'm like, oh, okay, you want a new piece of your collection, and I need to do laundry today. So, yeah, which one you want? Downy? You want Tide and Downy? What do you? And not Tide and Downy. Tide with Downy. And he's got like all the Tides. He's got the yellow one, two different red ones, and a different one. I don't remember which color that one was. And he's got the blue Downy, and he's got another Downy. I think it's pink or something like that. But you know, I have my own little quirks. Look, I bought a new car. Dollar store. Check out my little Batmobile. I put them on mounting tape on the. Chris has already like ripped it off like 2 or 3 times and put it back. He rips it off when he gets mad at me. Like if I tell him no about something, he'll grab it and like rip it off, and I'm like, you better put that back right now, or you ain't getting the tablet. And I'll put it back. Yeah, they got therapy today at Breakthrough, and that's from 5:37. I didn't make like no money today. I don't even think I should Uber. I feel like any minute driving in this car is like another minute closer to its death, which is inevitable at this point. I really don't know what to do anymore. I really don't. 43 minutes, Jesus Christ. So, you know. Oh, by the way, I never got raccoon eyes from my busted nose, but the thing is still sore. Like just touching the tip hurts. It's still a little swollen around the top of it too, but it's fine. I don't really care. And Chris's leg ended up being just fine. Just a little bruise. What's up?
Help, Daddy.
Let your tablet charge, man.
Help.
Help you what? Why, Minecraft?
Look.
I can't play it for you? It's only a 1-player game.
A badger's chasing me.
A badger?
He does it.
Oh, a bad guy's chasing you?
Yeah.
Turn around, fight him. Turn around and fight him. Hit him with the thing. Hit him with the little sword. Turn around, fight him.
No.
Yes. Mickey, if you don't kill him, he's just going to keep bothering you. Get rid of him. Turn around and face him. That should be a lesson to anybody in real life too. Something's chasing you. Don't let anybody bully you. Have a great day, everybody, and
Don't get trapped.
I'll have an update in the next video. Hopefully a miracle happens.